Hello guys, karibuni ndani ya Soka Connect. I'm your host Havigas Carlsberg kama kawaida.
Yes, hapa Havisazo de Paul hapa.
And finally mtoto mpotevu amerudi akisherekea their 0-0 draw at Anfield.
As always the football professor hapa.
Yes, so show ni moto, show iko fiti. We are back kama kawaida. Tutaanza na small segment ya news.
Yes.
Before tuingie kwa hiyo Manchester United 0-0 win at Anfield.
Yeah.
Yes, so news, I think we don't have much. Ni Champions League draw finally. The much awaited draw. And sidhani kuna so much testy fixtures. Most of them zinaka straightforward on paper, but with Europe, hakuna game is won until it is played.
Yes, so kama draw imefanyika leo afternoon, na to our viewers, this is the UEFA Champions League round of 16 draw fixtures. Porto wamepewa Arsenal, Napoli versus Barcelona, PSG versus Real Sociedad, Inter Milan versus Atletico de Madrid, PSV Eindhoven versus Borussia Dortmund, Lazio versus Bayern Munich, alafu Copenhagen versus the reigning champions Manchester City, alafu RB Leipzig versus 14-time champion Real Madrid.
Yes, football professor, umeonaje hiyo draw?
Kwa draw ingine standardized. Nini a fair fixture for the reigning champions Man City. As always, ndio fixture upatiwa. Upatiwa tu marika zao, mafoma marika zao hapo. So basically ni fixtures zingine zitakuwa entertaining. And on paper some zinakaa so difficult, like the Atletico Inter Milan game. Itakuwa game of fine margins hapo. Arsenal Porto pia itakuwa rahisi.
Yes.
Itakuwa rahisi hapo, but the other fixtures now zitakuwa straightforward.
Napoli Barcelona
pia itakuwa 50-50 game. Si rahisi sana because Barcelona pia of late ile fear factor ya Europe imepotea. So I think Napoli pia hapo ita stand a chance.
Yes, na kuna fixture moja alisahau kusoma. Manchester United imepewa West Ham kick-off on Saturday. So hata hiyo si draw.
Unajua Manchester United, I think ni draw yao ilikuwa jana. So sisi wataifanya Champions League kuona moja draw leo.
Yes.
Anyway, hizo fixtures zimepangwa hivi, date 13 na 14, first leg itachezwa. Alafu na date 20 na 25 na 21. Alafu second leg itachezwa date 5 and 6 ya March and date 12 na 13 of March. Yes.
So tuko na excuse ya Valentine. Least tutakuwa tunaona Champions League.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah, so I think without further ado tutaingia kwa games. And I think the best place to start ni of course number 1 on top of the table. Arsenal ilipiga Brighton. I think 2-0 is a very flattering scoreline for Brighton because sidhani the game was that close. It was a total dominant performance from Arsenal and they went top of the table. At that time ilikuwa momentary because everyone expected Liverpool would go back up, but Liverpool failed to capitalize on but so currently Arsenal is on top of the table with 39 points.
Yeah, true.
And it's proving to be a very tough season because tumecheza 17, first leg imebakisha 2 games iishe and no one is amefika 40 point mark. So this season is proving to be one of the toughest. It's either, do you think it's the toughest ama ni level imeenda chini?
I think the league inakuwa tough season by season. Tumekuwa tukiona over the last 3 or 4 seasons. Alafu hiyo pia with the teams in the league ziko na hiyo financial power ya kuinvest. So I think inaleta competition kwa league. Hakuna team rahisi kupiga, every game inakan like a final nowadays. Hakuna team rahisi. I think that's the difference.
Yes, Vincenzo, do you think the other teams like the Villas of this world, the Brightons, have closed the gaps to the team at the top? Ama ni the teams at the top zimeshukisha level?
I think the teams at the top wameshukisha level kidogo. Yenye imeruhusa kina Aston Villa and the likes of kina Newcastle to capitalize on the chances and at least when ulisema be with the big boys hapo kidogo, but I think with time ita catch up na wao, and the table ama the top 4 ita shape up pole tukienda na season.
Yeah, so it was a very interesting game at the Emirates. Arsenal walipiga Seagulls. The Seagulls 2-0 defeat ended their 32 game scoring run. Walikuwa wamefunga in each of their last 32 games. They were scoring in every match, and their record 20 consecutive, like in which they had both scored and conceded. So hizo records zote ziliisha in this game. And I think Arsenal walikuwa wamekea Brighton wanted, because Brighton is the only team with the highest win rate at the Emirates as a visiting team, 56%. So I think Arsenal had to end it, because inaendanga then inakuwa bogey side. So every time you play Brighton at home, unaanza kukuwa na hiyo second guessing, unaanza kujidoubt. So sidhani kuna much to say hapa. Maybe if you have something to add on, football professor.
I think Arsenal this season wanacheza like a team that wants to win the league. I think they have shown more seriousness and more union as a team that wants to make corrections from their last season's wrongdoings.
Yes.
So I think they're in the perfect place to compete or to challenge for the title this season.
Yes, and Vincenzo, your former Manchester City player Gabriel Jesus has never lost a Premier League game in which he has scored in.
Whenever he scores,
59 games, 54 wins, 5 draws, 0 else.
0 loses. So I think it's a good record, na pia umjue kukuwa na player kama wao, it's somehow ni kama kuna lucky charm kwa squad, because you just know pia hata the team is wanataka tu wafunge, because mtapata ile morale ya huyu jamaa akifunga you can't lose. But I think Arsenal, the whole of Arsenal this season wako sawa, and they are really trying. They're really going for it for the title. Let's hope they will have a good run mpaka zone iishe, but it will be tricky because I think the only team yenye bado itawasumbua of course in City, but that it depend on if City wata wake up from their whole line sasa inaendelea, and the problems they have 1 2 3 injuries and the form yenye imeshuka kidogo. If kama City wata after coming back from the Club World Cup, if kama wata pick their usual form ya season, I think Arsenal now will really need to pull their socks up, because you can't bet on. Yes, walipiga Brighton very comfortably, but kuna some games wamejaribu kustruggle kidogo ukiangalia the likes of akina Aston Villa. They were there, but some games you should really try and get those chances and finish them, because walikuwa na a lot of chances but wakamiss. So na EPL ni that competition yenye ni game of chances. If you miss chances, you will really regret them. Though pia referee anachangianga kidogo, but it's how you play pia anyway. Yeah,
cause ukiangalia I think post match Roberto De Zerbi alisema his season they have not suffered like they suffered your game, na akasema arguably Arsenal is the best team in the league this season according to him. So we will judge that over time, because sahi sidhani we have so much to say. Only after the 38th game we will know. And one final thing about the game is Havertz is finally coming to life. We are finally starting to see glimpses
true,
of the Kai Havertz ule wa Leverkusen. It's glimpses here and there, and we hope
mbona sio Chelsea.
He's never got going at Chelsea in my opinion. Hajawahi kick on kabisa at Chelsea. But we are finally starting to see him make that midfield role starting to become his own, and hiyo partnership yake na Odegaard na Rice finally kama understanding imeanza kuingiana.
Alafu is really getting comfortable in the yani with the game inaenda, ana find his place in the team. Alafu ako very yani you can see a happy player, a very enjoyable to watch player.
Yes, and his teammates pia wameanza, they are finding him more. So this season amefunga 5 goals, 4 of them have come 84th minute onwards. So ni player mwenye akona naki ya kufunga mabao later on in the game. Yes, so I think we will move on to our next game. A Manchester United 0-0 win at Anfield. They celebrated. Wali celebrate hii win ya 1 point.
Yeah.
Wali celebrate mbaya. So football professor Gabriel Khan is not on set. Alipiga sherehe juu ya hii draw, hata sidhani ameamka bado.
Nikaa bado anaendelea na sherehe, anamalizia sherehe ya draw.
Yes, ameanza Christmas. So leo tuko na football professor, amemaliza retake.
Atakupiga na bayani. Na Amerika leo.
And true to his word, alisema watakufa na mmoja. So
yeah. Actually walijaribu kufa na Liverpool.
It's true. Hata Bayern ni vile tu kidogo makosa ilifanyika. So football professor, the floor is yours.
Okay. Hii game kwanza, my take on this game ilikuwa kwanza tulienda kama underdogs na pia tulicheza kama underdogs, and also to the coach alienda kwa hii game with only one mission, trying to avoid defeat. Nothing else. If you get a chance, well and good, but first try to avoid a defeat. And secondly, credit to your game management yake. Against all odds at Anfield, it has not been a good hunting ground over the last 5 or 6 years. Sasa kasema it was a valuable point regarding when season yetu inakaa. Tuko stable, tuko shaky, so it was expected tunaweza end Anfield tupigwe vibaya sana. So I just we are comfortable with that 1 point as of now.
Yeah, so ukiangalia hapo kwa hiyo backline, they really did a good job. Johnny Evans and Varane, they really some proper box defending. Wali defend poa sana, blocked everything their way, walisimamisha kila kitu. And but sasa you see on that draw, it's a very positive result for United, considering recent events na history of going to Anfield. But still Ten Hag is yet to beat a team starting the day inside the top 9 or above away from home. So hiyo bado ni downside, but I'd really choose to look at this as the positive, because again, this season another positive, United is the first team to deny Liverpool a win at Anfield, and I was very impressed with the compact defensive shape ya Man United, because it's been so easy to play through United this season, because 1, 2, 3 passes will go into their ushafika kwa box.
Yeah.
So I was very impressed na hiyo game, arguably their best defensive performance.
I think yesterday I saw one of the best United performance defensively, because I think the decision ya Ten Hag kumake ya kuanzisha Kobe Mainoo a partner na Amrabat hapo kwa midfield was the best decision ever. I think if kama Bruno will be back in the next game after serving his suspension, I think he should start Bruno as a 10, then Kobe Mainoo and Amrabat after Kanini, because McTominay is a good player, but I don't think he always try to in defensive work. So unapata mostly Amrabat upatikana ile off guard ameanikwa, alafu mmoja Amrabat pia si quick, alafu so unapata the defensive part wise Manu wanikwa. But hiyo game ya Liverpool, they really locked Liverpool, walideny Liverpool spaces. Liverpool were not even there, yani those spaces za kupenetrate Salah, Nunes, Diaz haikuwa kabisa. Unapata hata hiyo mid ya Liverpool kama ilienda ikakufa, though pia Liverpool hawana midfield mzuri, but hiyo mid yao ya kina Szoboszlai and the likes of kina Gravenberch ilienda ikakufa kabisa, because unapata Kobe Mainoo alikuwa almost everywhere kwa midfield. Amrabat was now alikuwa free because Kobe Mainoo anafanya the dirty work and all over. Sasa Amrabat alikuwa very comfortable hapa nyuma, so anything ikikuja the second ball anaziwin. Varane na Evans walikuwa because the crosses ikikuja, umejua pia Liverpool wako na those players wenye wako na height. The set pieces they really defended well, because ukiangalia hata the most duels won ni Varane alikuwa, na actually hata alikuwa ni man of the match Rafael Varane. So I think United defensively wise walikuwa sawa, but now attacking wise now hapo nilikuwa shida, because they had some good chances ya kufunika hiyo game iishe, but ilikata.
Yes, and part of their problems inakuwa highlighted because Haaland 14 games 0 goals. Jamaa kona 0 goals kabisa.
Hakuna assist by the way.
Hana anything. So I'm extend ile record, so hii ni agent 014.
Wow.
Tulitoka 007 kitambo, and mtu kama Anthony 26 games, 1 goal.
1 goal.
0 goal, 1 assist, sorry.
0 goal, 1 assist.
Yeah, so if these are, because your game, if these are your game, you need people, you need difference makers, people who can step in, especially hizo transitions. Kuna ingine Anthony ni kama aliogopa Van Dijk, sijui akafanya nini, because they were so poor. Hoyland 1-on-1, you don't chip Alisson, bro.
They're afraid. I think hiyo taking kama wako afraid to take on defenders, to push.
They are so poor. Garnacho and Westful.
How aggressive.
Kama Antonio ukiangalia stats zake, last 8 games akona 4 goals and assist contribution. So you can imagine how the attackers tuko nao hapo mbele. So bado ni a big task.
Yes, hiyo Anthony anashindana mabao na defenders.
Yeah, sasa now
I think
the sad part of the situation ni, you know, United really spent almost like 80 million for Anthony, sindio? So now umejua ingekuwa player wa like 30-20 million, ingekuwa rahisi kudua away with him na kuleta mwingine, but now imagine taking 80 million away in down the drain, itakuwa ngumu sana. So I think inafaa yeye mwenyewe personally inafaa wake up, inafaa juu anachezea timu gani, anachezea big club, and this big club needs him right now. Hii wakati it's very tough. So I think those players hapo mbele wanafaa wake up. Garnacho I think bado kitamsumbua, bado ana experience. I hear some United player fans wanasema ati bado nani pia ana experience Hoyland because he's 20 years old, but if you come to a club like United, you should really expect, because Rashford anaweza kushana wakiwa old 18-19, so you should really they should really pull up their socks, wakina Hoyland, Anthony and Garnacho.
With the modern football age, it's not a factor.
It's not a factor.
Consider vitu kama kufunga, ni like for a striker 20 years old striker, kuna 18 years old strikers wanapiga mabao.
Exactly.
Maybe catastrophe yake ni supply pia party enough.
Yeah, true. Inaweza kuwa because of the game
to create enough chances.
I think if kama Bruno angekuwa hiyo game, there are some, yani unapata place alikuwa isolated mbele. Yes, midfield mani ilikuwa poor, but now the supply to the strikers haikuwa kabisa.
Yeah, so mimi sidhani ni mambo na supply ama whatever. I think he was never that good. He was never as good as he was meant to be.
Okay, I'm saying in that game yesterday. See at the whole
season. He's not a difference maker. He's never been a difference maker anywhere. So mimi ninapanga opinion yangu on Hoyland. He's a good potential player, but he has never been a difference maker anywhere in his career. So I think for me, that was too much money for someone when he's still learning his trade, because hatuwezi sema hajui ball, he's still young. But sasa venye mnasema umeingia mahali, they need it right now. So the people who sanctioned your signing knowing they need goals immediately pia need to be investigated, because hiyo deal inagonga fishi sana. Hiyo deal ya Anthony. Yeah, anyway, there's one talking point, the Dalot 2 yellow cards in a space of like 5-7 seconds. This is the second time Michael Oliver is doing this. He gave it to Martinelli tukicheza na Wolves like 2 years ago. Again, 2 yellow cards within the same space of 7 seconds. So my question is, Darwin Núñez got a yellow for fouling Evans and then hit the ball and then clapped for the referee sarcastically for giving him a yellow. Why is Diogo Dalot getting 2 yellow cards and Núñez is escaping that? Because that's the problem. The issue is the consistency. As always, tunashindanga hapa. Why is Dalot getting 2 yellow cards in a space of 7 seconds na Núñez hawezi patiwa kadi? Because it's frustrating sana.
But iko tu so down to consistency ya referee wa England. Juu hata iko inaeleweka hata kidogo. In fact Núñez hata alielbow Evans. He got away with it. Ilikuwa kama ni consistency alikuwa anafaa kwa the first red card. Ndio hata hii Dalot inge make sense. But being that you will escape with a yellow card and then you go, Dalot only crime ilikuwa ni ali lament hiyo mpira ilikuwa nafaa kwa yetu si ya Liverpool, then a yellow card, then aka complain red card ikafuata. So you see the referee alikuwa na negatives mingi kwa hiyo game sana. It was one of the most poor refereeing decisions niliona kwa game.
Yes, because for me, one thing I really dislike about stadiums, like I'm happy after the Fulham coach said it. One thing I really dislike with these stadiums like Anfield, St. James, that the home team gets everything. Because wote walikuwa na 2 yellow card offenses within a space of like 10 seconds. Mbona ya Dalot ni 2 yellows na Nunes escapes with 1? Vincenzo.
I think mimi na referee. Okay, kama everybody doesn't understand why, the reason why Oliver did that. Me too, I can understand it. I think we'll talk about referee mpaka tuchoke. And they will be there. Wamefanya si mara kwanza. This season kwanza wamefanya almost mistakes. In red card yangapi hii season? Almost the 20th ama na red card or whatever.
Around 18.
Wamepata red card mingi.
The whole last season so far.
So investigate out of those 20 or 19 utapata karibu 7 zilikuwa
ni refa tu anataka kutoa sana.
Anataka kutoa hiyo kadi. They was unnecessary.
Yeah, Dalot ni refa. The referee must be itching to give that yellow card. Anyway, kulikuwa na comments hapo. Van Dijk alisema only one team tried to win the game, and Roy Keane fought back akamwambia he is forgetting, he's talking. Yeye ako in a team that has won 1 title in 31 years, of which I agree with Roy Keane. One thing I really like about United legends is they are so delusional in a good way. They really back their team. Yani, I wish our legends wangekuwa kama United, because I was so happy na your comment ya Keane, because there's nothing Van Dijk can say to Roy Keane.
That was a proper shash.
There's nothing like mtu kama Van Dijk, however good you are, you can't talk back to Roy Keane. Hakuna kitu umefanya hajawahi fanya, and he's done it better for longer. So I really like it when such legends at least they step in and defend their club, especially knowing penye United iko sahi. That's a good result.
He was saying that Van Dijk alikuwa arrogant. Yes. Yani hiyo comment yake ilikuwa somehow arrogance to a team karibu of Manchester United. Yes. But I think Van Dijk was trying to put some point up, though alisema maybe na machungu because of the draw or whatever.
They usually beat
Van Dijk amesha kwa tu amekuwa arrogant tangu make number 2 Ballon d'Or amekuwa arrogant sana.
Na Klopp, they don't take, when the results don't go their way, wanatokeanga na some weird
they don't take L.
Yes. Anyway, we move on to the next game. Hiyo mambo ya Van Dijk na Roy Keane. Wacha tuendelee. Nottingham Forest 0, Spurs 2, Friday night football. Nottingham have suffered 5 defeats in their past 6 matches, 1 win in their last 13. Sielewi coach akoaje kwa kazi, but if company is still working, there is hope. Up next for them ni Bournemouth, another team yenye confirm. We'll touch on it kwa show ya preview. So Nottingham have 14 points from 17 matches, same tally as this stage last season, but expectations of course ni different.
Yeah, true.
Nottingham ni one of the teams yenye imekuwa backed. Wamespend 122 million on arrivals peke yake. So do you think Nottingham need to fire the manager, ama they can just galvanize themselves and get back?
For a team like Forest, yes, they might have some little history, but actually I don't think that the whole team is under pressure. Maybe coach ako somewhere in pressure, but the whole team is not under pressure because they're just somewhere, they're not in that relegation zone or whatever. So just they need to keep calm, the patience with the coach. Things might change. Yeah.
Football professor,
I think wapate tu coach wao time bado kuna points to be grabbed hapa later, but hapa festive season, hapa festive fixtures hapa. And I don't think they're in a really bad place and later cause alarm. So for now, we're back to Cooper. He's the man.
I don't have like a strong opinion on this, so I also think they should just give him until January waone.
Yeah, somehow
how things go. Maybe he might get 2-3 wins and then they stabilize the ship. And Tottenham will have to deal with another suspension. Bissouma red card, ata miss 4 games, second dismissal of the season, may miss more matches depending on when he returns from AFCON duty. So like Bissouma is both a blessing and a curse for Spurs. So far he's getting suspensions left, right and center. So sidhani, I think for every good anafanya kuna bad ana cancel out because they really miss him. So sahi wataanza ku depend on akina Højbjerg and the likes.
Yeah. But okay, I really didn't watch this game that much, but I think maybe I don't know. Unajua kuna venye sema kuna some of those players when unajua tu these this is a rough player. So ni kama referee kuna mentality ya Tanzania. Huyu akiraf inafaa kuwa red, inafaa kuwa yellow, inafaa kuwa. So unapata maybe this red cards have received maybe somehow. Okay, maybe ilikuwa tackle mbaya, but kuna zingine za foul za yellow card, just a yellow card.
But there was no complaint from anyone. So clearly no one raised a complaint.
Alikanyaga huyo player wa Nottingham Forest, so basically tumeona red cards mingi in that scenario kama
I think okay, somehow if kama red card ni sawa, but I think hii game there's some positive maybe kwa Tottenham. Hii negative tu kidogo tu, they have some players at least ni something, at least kuna some player kina Hoiberg akina the last akina Nanipe amerudi, na Papa Metasa amerudi, niliona amerudi last game. So positive ni kama mtu kama Richarlison pia siku hizi amerudi form, the life akina Dejan Kulusevski at least they have been waking up hii season in the absence ya hiyo performance ni kirudi chini kidogo kina Son and Johnson, at least Kulusevski na Son na Richarlison wana come up to the show. No, show up.
Yes, speaking on Richarlison, 5 goals so far, 1 goal away from doubling his tally from last season in all competitions. And the last time Richarlison managed back-to-back league goals, his manager was Frank Lampard, and Donny van de Beek na kina Dele Alli were his Everton teammates. So on to the next, Bournemouth versus Luton. Only one talking point hapa. Luton captain Tom Lockyer suffered a cardiac arrest on the pitch. He was swiftly attended to and the match was abandoned. Luton confirmed post-match that he is stable and remains in hospital, undergoing further tests. And for those who don't know, this is the second time it's happened to him. He also collapsed during the championship playoff final at Wembley in May 2023 versus Coventry and underwent heart surgery in the summer and was given all clear to return to playing. So we wish him well na akuwe fiti haraka. Yeah. Chelsea again 2-0 versus Sheffield. The game was starting to look tricky. Yeah. And Mauricio Pochettino, as is well known, he came up with some wonderful tactical tweak and Chelsea finally were able to break the low block ya Chris Wilder yenye alikuwa amedeploy hapo. Because it was a very uninspiring first half and Pochettino alitoa Palmer from number 10 to the wing second half. 4-2-3-1 ikakuwa 4-4-2 and Chelsea occupied better spaces, better positions.